Emily just vanished one day. Most people lost hope after a few weeks. They just stopped looking.
Tequila Works in the way we work. As game director, that doesn't mean that the idea comes directly from me or that I'm the one getting the inspirations and deciding all of that. The initial idea from the grain came from somebody who was working with us, that was Guillermo. At the beginning, we created a small group of people who were talking about the game, inspired each one of us who were in that small group. I used to play a lot of PS1, PS2, survival horror games, and one that I really like was Silent Hill. You can see things here and there that reminds you to this, but it's not like we have gone too far on that. We didn't want to make GYLT a psychological horror game. In fact, what we're trying to do is to create more like a delicate horror experience. One of the things we did in those weeks of talking around what the game would be, talking about our own experiences, because GYLT talks about bullying. We may have been more inside or outside a situation of that, but we have been observers on it, most of us. Talking also about what happened when we were younger and those kind of things and how we felt, and that helped us also to develop the idea itself. Each person from the team had their own experiences. My main responsibilities, in fact, as game director, the first one would be defining what the game should be. It's team effort. But then once we have that vision, it's guiding the team to the whole process of development. Everyone is in line with what the game should be. Sometimes there are several proposals on the table. We cannot do all of them, or whenever we need to cut something from the game because we are saying, okay, we love the idea, but that's not feasible. Let's cut it or not, or how we do it. That's something I'm part of that decision. The main problem with the multi-platform release, it's really complex because you need to make the game but also adapt it at the same time to other platforms. But we were lucky in that case that for GYLT was a bit different because we already had the game for Stadia. We know what the game is. That's what should be released in the other platforms. The most problematic part of the port is really the technical requirement. GYLT was done for Stadia, that was a pretty powerful machine, well, more than machine, hardware, let's say. And we go into other hardwares. In some cases, they may not be as powerful, but in other cases, they are completely different hardwares and you need to adapt. If you have a machine that is less powerful, you need to reduce, for example, the amount of polygons in the characters, adapt the quality of the lighting, adjust the shaders so they are cheaper. You have the game already done, so the work is less than doing the game from scratch. But of course, we were working with Unreal Engine, so that's an impact that is reduced. For this, we're treating GYLT as a direct port from Stadia. In fact, the port is not being done inside Tequila Works. It's done by a studio called Parallel Circles that they are specialized in porting, and we are supervising the process and all the work to check that it has the expected quality. Because right now, we're working on other titles in Tequila Works. We have to put the power where we need it more. You can expect a similar experience from Stadia. I can assure the team is really happy about this. When we released the game on Stadia, there were a lot of people who wanted to play it outside Stadia. They couldn't access it for whatever reason they had on Stadia. They gave us really good feedback. They love the game. We are really, really happy that more people can experience it. And I think it's a pretty good opportunity now to see how more people react to this. Well, first of all, we expect players to have fun with it. Fun has a lot of shapes for everyone. We think it's a really enjoyable game. In Tequila Works, we tend to do games with some message, and GYLT talks about a delicate topic. One of the things we expect for the players is to think about it. If we manage to make the players think about it, maybe reflect that from their lives, what happened in the past or what may be happening in present, to me that's interesting.
You're just another